Ooh! Stance buffs, stance buffs, stance buffs. Improved attack power and critical hits while close sword skill is active. Do we have to try the Scholar and the Executor crit build now? I just got 1,172 off a crit of Executor.
Wait, I'm in shock. Just check the number here. Just confirm the number.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Here we go. Get ready. Going for it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I can get this in time. No matter what, it's dead. Jesus Christ.
I got your nose. I'll get it back if we have sex.
Ready?
That's dead. That's dead. That's oh my 8,666.
8,000.
He's a menace.
Yeah, boy.
Baba Booey.
No help! Yeah!
Bye. Have a great time. Yeah, probably should. Let's see. Someone should die from this. Well, a lot of people did.
Everyone
Everyone
died. I did so much damage that people in the area died.
Boy!
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Why you bullying me?
Hi, how are ya?
Tactical nuke incoming! Now that's a lot of damage!
So. Oh, I'm not at full HP. At full HP. This did me HP.
Jesus Christ. Yes.
One last hit. One. Yeah, the shoots. Oh. That's pretty fucking good.
That is pretty good.
One improved crit spike. One.
Only one. Hi, so remember my last video? Try this Scholar and Raider duo before they nerf it? Well, they definitely did not do that. I was in the middle of working on my Dreadlord consumables only video when this pattern randomly dropped, and when I saw that they had buffed the Executor crits, I knew I'd have to drop everything just so I could experiment with it. First off, remember to take the crits in the Executor stance only, that's where he gets the crit damage. However, whether the cast sword is charged or not does not matter. Second, have a Scholar that is ready to use the level 3 analysis debuff before the second hit of the crit. Check out my last video for an explanation on why that's so important. I would highly suggest to have this relic on, but make sure you have something that gives the buff to allies when he uses Analyze. Some people mentioned in my last video to have a Duchess, and yeah, absolutely. If you're focused on making this build do better, then a Duchess to replay the damage would be a great idea. You could also get an Ionize to apply a marking for an extra debuff to increase the damage even more. Unfortunately, I have no friends, but if you can get into a coordinated trio, go crazy with this. Next, put these two relics on Executor. Both of these relics are guaranteed, unlike the Raider build we used where only one relic was guaranteed. Then, in the last unused slot, we have a few options. For this video, we put on another improved crit. This way there aren't any conditions you need to fulfill to get the damage, plus it's hard to outdamage the 18% the crits will give you. But there are other options. You could use the Evergel relic, 5% to all damage whenever you beat an Evergel. This means you'd have to hit 4 Evergels to outdamage the improved crit buffs you get from the start. What I would personally prefer is a relic with the effect increased damage when defeating Night Invaders. This gives you a 7% damage buff per Night Invader you defeat, so you'd have to defeat 3 Night Invaders to outdamage the improved crit buff. And you can check the Night Invaders camp for passives with improved crits, so I personally prefer this effect. And finally, Night of the Miasma and Night of the Wise both give you damage buffs for proccing a status effect, so you could inflict a status before taking a crit for your damage buff. And if you're running this build in Deep of Night, make sure to look for the +1 and +2 variants of this passive, as they do stack. Finally, you can run something that starts with Seppuku. Seppuku is basically the only thing in the game that can reliably proc Executor's passive, which increases his damage by 20% when he heals from a status effect. If you think a stance break is about to happen, use Seppuku for a 20% damage boost, and if you're really confident, use it twice for a 40% damage boost before taking the crit. So yeah, unlike the Raider, Executor has a lot of different potential relics he could use to boost his crits. It'd be awesome to see people experiment with this build and try and get as much damage out of a single crit as possible.